joke. I don't want to tell you anything at all. But you know the problem with me? I never could keep my big mouth shut.
Looks like they really want me to go in. Hello?
Leave me alone. I already told you a joke.
It's an ad for Nepenthe. It reads, "Quaff, oh quaff, this fine Nepenthe. Win a bottle today at the shooting gallery." It says not all attractions are suitable to all ages. Visitors are encouraged to exercise judgment. Pretty vague as warnings go. Wait!
Goodbye, my love.
She's gone.
Not gone, Clarent. Nearly dead. Again and again she comes to this well, to weep and leap at the sound of the shriek. Which of you will save the other?
Hello? Hello? I guess I need to put in a quarter. Hello?
Sticks and stones will make me groan, but words will never move me.
A large crow.
Raven. Sticks and stones will make me groan.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Listen, the thing you have to understand is, this is all your fault. You miss all the obvious signs. You let everything slip through your fingers. And you're no good at fixing things. That's why she's dead. That's why you're here. Right? Anyway, I'll call again later. But if you need help, and you will need help, please hang up and press 0 to dial your operator.
Wait! He sounded just like me. Pick either direction, but definitely go left, I guess. The hole's just big enough to reach through. Got it. Sure is heavier than it looked. A very heavy dead rat. There's a line of stitches down its chest. It's too far off. I guess some attractions are always out of reach. These roots are supporting an unnatural bridge.
Step right up, step right up! Win yourself a bottle of Nepenthe, the brew that puts a bullet in all your bad thoughts.
I imagine I need to use the gun.
10 hits get you 1 hit, and 1 hit's all it takes to bring blessed sleep. We have a winner!
you're wondering, am I losing my mind? No, you're finding it. You've hidden a hard grain of truth beneath smooth layers of lies. A masquerade of metaphors. Here's a metaphor for you. Your mind is a matryoshka. It's just you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And we're here to open you up.
Who's there? Did you scare off those nice doves? Come closer. Let me hear you.
His eyes, they're gone.
But my ears are just fine, stranger.
Death.
Who are you?
I'm afraid I don't rightly know. I'm just an old fool who can hardly remember what he's read, much less who he is. I do recall a book that said, each is his own judge. That might just have to do.
Can't you just tell me who you are?
Seldom do those who are silent make mistakes, so I think I'd best hold my tongue.
Where are we?
I wish I could tell you. The man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. I read that once, I think.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
No sickness is worse to one who is wise than to lack the longed-for love.
But who was she?
Who are we to rob each other of our forgetfulness? After all, it's written somewhere that the learned man whose lore is deep is seldom happy at heart.
Did you mention doves?
Yes, I feed them as they flutter by. I find it soothes my mind. Are they here?
Do you mean that crow?
Raven.
No, I mean the doves. It was the raven who told me of them. Are they here?
I think the raven lied.
Well, what difference does it make to a blind man?
About the doves.
Are they here?
Sure they're here.
Ah, then let me find a crust of bread.
A scrap of meat.
I'd rather think of it as bread for the doves.
What happened to your eyes?
I fed them to a raven. He said it would bring me wisdom.
Did it work? Are you wiser?
Oh, yes, indeed. I learned that to be blind is better than to burn on a pyre, and that it is easier to be rid of your eyes than the vision that offended you.
What are you writing?
The same things I've written 1,000 times before. After all, an act can lose meaning if you do it often enough.
Can you at least tell me your name?
Well, I remember the name Fimble Famby, but whether it's mine or yours or both of ours, I can't quite say.
Goodbye.
Joy to him who has understood, delight to those who have listened.
It's an empty bird bath.
It had water once, but the deeper he drinks, the dimmer grows the mind of many a man.
Why's that bird bath empty?
Once it was filled with fresh well water, as cool and clear as a sound mind, but doves and ravens would much rather bathe in dust. Maybe they can't abide their reflections either.
Goodbye.
Love becomes loathing if long one sits by the hearth in another's home.
Toenails.
A noose. I wonder how it got there.
You were the one who tied it there. Tried hanging yourself. Did it make you any wiser?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
That's why I write things down, you know. So as not to remember.
Don't you mean to forget?
Yes, I do mean to forget.
Neoplasm.
Please don't! I already have her picture in my mind. Yeah, I get the message. Whoever built this place certainly doesn't trust me to find my own way. A huge furnace with 83 painted on it.
That is my name, 83.
What's that anvil for?
Like the bear that licks its cub into shape with a tongue of fire, I forge from ore upon the anvil whatever thing I wish.
There was a golden-haired woman who threw herself down a well.
The bellows gasped on the day she was made.
But who was she?
A flawed thing that fire could not save.
What are you?
I am the fire that burns the impure.
Since I brought you back to life, will you make me something?
As I did before, I will do again. Spending my meager heat and bringing my final end. But you still must bring me a work order.
Goodbye.
You have said so before.
Just steam. It's not operational. What the? Ah! That's it! That shadow! That's what's making that sound. That's what's killing her. I have to destroy it. Nice doggy. Any closer and it'll attack me. I keep hearing a terrible shriek. What is it?
The dark thing.
What is the dark thing?
A shadow locked away up there, festering. Some boils are better left unlanced.
How can I reach the dark thing?
A word leads to a word. A deed to a deed. For silver he speaks, is wisdom worth gold. I read that once, or maybe I wrote it. I suppose it doesn't much matter, one way or the other.
Goodbye. What happened?
Not this again. Here's one for you. Man sitting in his doctor's office. Doc says, and now here's the good news. Man says, Doc, you didn't even tell me the bad news. Doc says, not this again.
All right, I'll talk.
Where are we?
Baked in a pie, I guess.
What can you tell me about the dark thing?
I'm a raven, not a rat. Go ask somebody else.
Do you just sit there, watching every time that woman kills herself?
Aw, don't get so bent out of shape. That little slip and fall didn't do her any harm.
But she killed herself.
Don't take it so literally, boss. Believe me, if she were dead, I'd be eating her eyes. As you might have noticed, death is different here. Puts a poor raven out of work, I'll tell you that.
What did you mean? Death is different here.
It means I'll not carry in comfort down there, feast on thee.
So, who or what are you?
I just am. Because I think.
Really? What are you?
A raven, lunatic.
Are you sure you're not a crow?
Look, I may be unkind, but I'm not murderous. And I croak rather than caw. Plus, I fly in a pair, not in a flock. Raven. Definitely raven.
Goodbye.
Phone call.
Let me line this shot up.
My claws!
Did you say claws?
This could be useful. The dark thing killed you, and I brought you back to life. Help me destroy it, for your sake and mine.
My hate burns hot for that impurity. but my fire has grown tired, and I have given you already the gift of a burning brand.
The dark thing killed you, and I brought you back to life. Help me destroy it.
My hate, but my fire, and I have given you.
Seriously, you won't just make me something.
I will make you anything in accord with the written word.
Goodbye.
You have said so before. To make fitting claws will take more than that mere pin.
Poe. My beak.
Beak?
My wing.
Huh? Wing?
It's illegible.
G is the cruelest letter for a blind man to write.
Now, step away. Behold the beak, fit for one who would carve and cut.
It was stuffed with quarters?
Please help!
A knockout marinade. A good handful. His eyes looked happy. Beware of dog. Thanks, guys.
Hey, stranger.
Shh, we're supposed to be men.
Do you know anything about the dark thing?
I'm scared of the dark. While I wait for the dusk.
You'll find out soon enough.
I met an old scribe under a tree.
He's the worst. His handwriting's terrible. I wanted A3 to make me a gaggle of bagels. And you don't even want to guess what I wound up with when I showed him the note that old man wrote.
Where am I?
Well, stranger, I have a feeling you're not in Kansas anymore.
Ugh, come on. Enough with the one-liners.
Fine. You're at wit's end.
Just cut the poor guy a break.
All right then. We'll call it the breaking point.
Don't let that old crab get you down. Remember what they say. Home is where the heart is.
There was a golden-haired woman who...
The woman.
There's only one of them in your story.
We won't judge.
Can you tell me anything about her?
She's trying to save you.
You need to find her.
You're kind of a Hansel in distress.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Valkyrie. It must be the name of the ride, but I don't see any cars. What's the deal with that Valkyrie ride?
The ride of the Valkyrie, technically.
A one-way ticket up.
But where's the coaster car?
Haven't you ever heard of calling a ride?
I can really just call the Valkyrie?
Why, so can I, or so can any man. But will it come when you do call for it?
You know you can't call her unless you have her number.
And we can't help you there.
Where can I find her?
Up.
Up.
And away.
Who are you?
Well, we're sure not Valkyries. Don't let that sign confuse you.
And we're not fates neither, just because there's 3 of us.
That's more Murmur's thing.
We're not weird sisters. Even if we are strange. After all, you're strangers still.
What can you tell me about Murmur?
He's got a head for prophecies.
Okay, you've said who you're not, but who are you?
Just think of us as fragments.
Figments.
Pigments.
Ugh.
What? We're here to add color, aren't we?
Do you have names?
The 3 Musketeers!
Ugh.
Look, I'm sure you mean well. But everybody knows not to give their name to a stranger.
What's with the masks?
Everyone wears them.
You've got one too.
What?
We all have a role to play.
And in this story, there's only room for one woman.
That's why we've gotta be guys.
What do you mean I'm wearing a mask?
Oh, come on, stranger. You don't really think you escaped from some sanitarium, sporting a retro straitjacket and movie star stubble?
We all dress our best to fit what we think the world wants.
And in a strange land, it suits a man to be estranged.
What's under the mask?
Nothing.
Legends say it's death to gaze upon a masker, unmasked.
But I bet you don't pay attention to foolish gossip like that.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear under here. Get it?
Ugh.
Can I look under your mask?
Can't say we didn't warn him.
Nothing. Absolute nothing.
Crow's flying along. Sees a crab eating some lady. Crow squawks, "What are you doing? She's not even dead yet." Crab scuttles off. Next day, Crow's flying along, sees the crabs at it again. "I thought I told you to scram," he says. Crab says, "Take another look." Crow looks at the lady and just says, "Carry on." Get it?
I need to put in a quarter.
I am Murmur the Magnificent, great giver of counsel. What was what is, and what will be, are all mine to draw from the deck of your life. For what you've paid, we may speak of cards, and hear what suits the fates. What would you know?
My future.
I will tell you the figures. You will tell me the cards. And they will show us their truth. Let us begin. I see you, Quarren. What card will serve for the you who is to come?
The Hanged Man.
Ever wanting wisdom, never knowing where to find it, stuck in time as a sacrifice to himself. The card suits you. Which one suits that ride, that Valkyrie, which promises to bear you up to where the great battle awaits?
The Chariot.
An obvious pick, perhaps, and yet fitting, for it marks an act of decision by the one, stuck between the riddles of the dark sphinx and the light. It will do. There is but one more now. The dark thing that lurks above. What is its card?
It's death.
Yes, but not the death you seek. The death of will. The death of movement. And yet, perhaps, a new beginning. So then, what have we? The Hanged Man. The Chariot. Death. You will call for 3, 110-1. 3. And from among the dead, you will be taken, to be born and reborn, to rise, to fall, and rise again, until you find your way. That, Quarren, is what will be.
Call!
Did you say call?
No, he said it.
Call 4-3 something something something.
Goodbye.
The swaying road to heaven?
I guess so?
Are you grown enough to bear the strain?
Yes?
Then on wind and through cloud shall thunder the 3.
Told ya!
See? I called the Valkyrie.
Now, if only you could command the devil.
He can shame the devil by telling the truth. That's what the bard says.
What did I see under there?
You saw the reason why everyone wears masks. I promise we won't ask to look under yours.
Goodbye.
Good luck!
Dark thing. You are going to die, and she is going to live. Do you hear me? I'm coming for you.